Good afternoon, and welcome to Speedgaming Live 2023, where we have Super Metroid Randomizer, Osse versus Zoast, two really good players meeting up in a losers bracket match. My name is Tracy, and with me today is Shy Guy, also known as Metroid MST. How you doing, MST?
I am all right. Getting prepared to look and see what these runners do. It's a very fun mode. This is my favorite random mode. So.
Yeah, and it is a good mode. Major Minor is kind of a traditional thing with the added area randomization. Makes it a lot of fun. I mean, Zoast kind of goes without saying, probably pound for pound the best Super Metroid player in the world, although he has recently given up that world record for any percent. Osse, one of the best randomizer players out there, not just in this game, but also Link to the Past, SMZ3. So it's kind of a rando versus execution. Though Osse's execution is no slouch, and Zoast knows his way around the randomizer. I think the area part of it is still a little new to him, but certainly is more than capable of putting up a really good race.
Yeah, area throws a fun bit of routing decisions into the major minor that does not exist otherwise. And Osse is a chair.
Osse likes to use some funny sprites. Most of the top players don't use alternate sprites because it just messes up with things like wall jumps. Osse, one of the exceptions. Zos alternate sprite, more of a recolor because of course it's the outline, closer to the equivalent of a recolor because it is more than that. The ship change is kind of a fun one that you can do without really affecting the game at all.
Oh, 2 pits from Osse. What is this?
I mean, Zoast just wins now, right? Because he didn't have.
I mean, he's already ahead. It only took him 45 seconds to get ahead.
There you go.
But now we're gonna get one of 2 items potentially. Well, there's the morph ball. So morph ball has to show up here or in the next spot. We'll have 1 surprise major left in here, plus a couple of minors they'll get.
See if we can get a nice minor, a super missile or a power bomb here. Power bomb's good.
That's good.
Opens up the opportunity to check the meme route connector over here in Blue Star. We'll see if either does so. It's pretty traditional to do so. It's got to be potentially a little careful because getting back through if you don't have an E-tank. Oh, X-ray scope is our first item. X-ray scope, not the thing I want to see in the ceiling here.
Yeah, that's one of the
it does
probably
things.
the worst items to see right there because you're not guaranteed to get the other 2 items that makes that do things.
Yeah, I mean, it could.
And if you're X-ray climbing, you're in a bad spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're X-ray climbing, other things potentially have gone wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, X-ray it can be nice. It is 1/3 of the component you need for microwaving certain things, but that's not what you want to see this early.
No. Certainly doesn't do anything for us right now. Good super pack over here. Makes us a little safer to go through with that super pack. Let's see. Looks like Zoast is going to go ahead and check the connector. Let's see if Osse does the same. And where does this go? Yeah, nothing we want to do right now. You got to just be careful not take 2 hits. And we're good. The runners with the information. And Chad asking if X-ray climbing is in logic. Never with the settings we use in most tournaments. I say most because I know there was that Hard Way to Hell tournament, but that's kind of a unique situation.
Getting one more quick minor check under right here.
Yeah, this is a pretty quick check. If you're gonna do one more minor check, this is the one to do. The 230 missiles check is much slower, and
there's multiple transitions in that.
Yeah, and it's only worth it if it's gonna be like your first super or something. So we've got a super, we don't need to worry about it.
So because the players have this particular loadout with these miners. They've got every connection in Criteria is open and in logic. You're probably not going to be seeing them go straight for CWJ, but that is...
It is possible for that to be forced. I mean, that is a thing that the game could force on them, but it's pretty rare that the CWJ is forced this early. In the meantime, let's see what Bomb Chorizo has. Reserve tank, your favorite.
Put it back. You know, X-Ray was more useful than this.
I would disagree, but you know. Reserve tank, not my favorite item either. I don't have the severe hatred that you do. Alright, Zoast's gonna go into his Super Nintendo and refill. I like saving here because if you check the other connectors and if the item at Terminator isn't super useful, you can just reset back here. We don't have the power bombs to do Gauntlet. Gauntlet maybe not as useful in with these settings. Right. Yeah, this is interesting. Zoast's gonna go the opposite direction of what most players would do. I kind of like this. I kind of don't. The thing I don't like about this is that you're missing a major item over at Terminator.
Yeah, like it can't be a suit, but it could potentially be something super useful. It could be
even an E-tank
to get across the boat really easy.
Yeah, and it could even be an E-tank, but at this point we're still early enough that E-tanks matter.
Criteria really loves West Meridia.
I mean, it could be required,
be logical to follow.
You know. That's not the thing I'd want to do first. We are gonna get a CWJ here. Powerbomb pack is nice.
Yep, and Zoast has got it set up first try. See if he gets the second input. Missed the second input there.
And we did just get an E-tank at Terminator, but that's this early. You kind of want those. Okay, Vanilla Turian.
Okay, well.
So it's getting the first again.
It's a little too far back there.
Okay, and Osse finding Red Brand. Yeah, I think you're going to do some of this. I mean, you can immediately get a major item. You can immediately get another connector.
Go straight to Upper Norfair. Okay.
Yeah, we can't do this yet.
Yeah, that was the chronic boost.
You need 3 tanks to put that Hell Run in logic, so...
Osse's going to go ahead and check this. Personally, I am not a fan of checking this without the ability of it being in logic, but...
Ooh.
I
think he took a... No, I mean, he
had the save at the ship.
I think he was planning... Yeah, so I think he was planning on going down West Meridia just to see what's there, and then if it's nothing, could reset to the ship. We'll see if he still chooses to do that.
He's going to. I actually wonder if he feels like he needs to do something a little bit different.
Maybe.
Because, like, Zoast is definitely no slouch in Rando, but Osse is the #1 Rando player.
I mean, he lost to Derp, who's also a very good Rando player. But, you know, he's definitely one of the... And maybe he's a little bit rusty. He didn't play League this past season. But, you know, I would take Osse. Osse can beat anybody on any day.
Yeah.
And really is one. Just Rando in general, just one of the top players. Okay, we are going to see where this goes.
Early X-ray from...
Oh, we're doing early X-ray, yeah.
Right,
this is not anywhere near in logic. We don't have the E-tanks for it. We don't have any of the secondary items for it. We certainly don't have the space jump or the grapple beam, which makes it, well, maybe not free, but not too bad. The only thing that I think makes this check free is space jump plus screw attack. Okay, did you see what was at the...
middle of Red Room.
Okay. So we're going to see that on Osse's side in just a second. Charge beam is nice.
That's nice to have early, because that's going to help prevent massive ammo hunt.
Yeah, I mean, we're still going to, I mean, until various suit shows up, and maybe some other beams, we're still going to want, you can't, unless this is gravity suit, you should not be doing, unless this is gravity suit, this is just going to be a waste of time for Zoast.
If this is not leading
to he can't get out.
This is strictly just time loss for Zoast.
So, yeah, the charge beam is nice for Osse, probably still going to want to get to 30 supers. for a potential Ridley fight, especially if we don't find Berry Soup before we find Ridley.
Yeah. But yeah, this path Zoast has gone down. This is terrible.
Yeah, this
Like
fight is
there
bad.
is literally one out for him, and the percentage chance of that happening is very low.
Yeah, I think high jump plus
Spring ball?
spring ball or high jump plus ice could get him out, but like that's 2 items you need to find now instead of just the one. Oh, and he's just gonna die here. Yeah.
Oh, he's just gonna reset. Okay.
I don't
He's
know
not
if he. I don't know if the intent was to die, but once he didn't get that wall jump right away, you're just not getting out. So he has the information. I think you just go the other way now. He has most of the information. To be fair, he doesn't have all the information. Osse is going to still check these ammo locations. I like this. We still want supers.
Yeah, charge
supers
beam
are still valuable.
Skip these.
Yes, supers are still valuable. Power bombs are still valuable.
Even missiles, because if Varia's in a terrible spot, they will just do heat runs.
Yeah, for crystal flashes, absolutely. So yeah, Zoast with a little bit of a time loss there, but at some point, Osse's going to be checking those connectors. If there's something at Croc and Osse ends up doing it, or sorry, if there's nothing at Croc but Osse ends up doing it, Zoast could get that time back.
Yeah. It's gonna feel kind of bad for Zoast too, because he's gonna come across Red Brinstar here, which is where the one West Meridia portal led him.
Interestingly enough, unless this elevator does something useful, it may be that you were supposed to go here to Red Brinstar to get your... Oh, no, one of those E-tanks is... No, the charge beam is the out-of-logic thing. It may very well be that you're supposed to get this E-tank at Terminator and the E-tank at Spazer to go back to that Upper Norfair Hell Run.
Yeah.
But let's see what this is first before we declare that as the next play. Okay, or we could just find Green Brinstar and like get all the things there.
One major they can't reach without Speed Booster at this point, but when has Waterway ever had anything?
Yeah, only when you last location it.
We'll see if Green Brinstar decides to connect up to itself again.
I mean, we've seen a few of those. There's another super pack for Osse. So we're halfway to that magic 30 number.
And depending on the suit situation, 15-15 is actually fairly good. Oh, and the beam situation, I should.
And we have Upper Norfair. We'll see if Osse chooses to do the 2 checks that are fully in logic up here. It's going to do the connector check. Finds wreck ship. Says nope. Is not going to do those checks right now. Zoast's going to go do this early X-ray. Will be rewarded with a charge beam. So we'll be on equal footing in terms of looking for ammo.
Yeah.
My favorite item, Space Jump. That'll make it, if they do end up having to do that hell run in Upper Norfair, it will make that a little bit better. It also puts that charge beam in logic, so there you go. Now, chat asking where Greenbryn 2 is. I don't know all the numbers that go with the locations. They are, which are a thing on the tracker, by the way. Shout outs to WX Fan for doing it, the tracking for us.
Yes, thank you.
The Super Metroid has gone from a... I mean, tracking is never easy, but like now it's really hard. That goes to Wreck Ship. Ooh, wow, is those still in trouble? Okay, now he's fine. Yeah, those spikes will do 60 damage. He's got exactly 60 health. So.
You know, people will say that reserve tank saved him. I say if he just didn't get hit, he would have been fine.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like he did get hit, so
he should have just not. Like, it's a choice, clearly.
And And yeah, Zo's gonna do a little extra farming here to make up for the damage taken in X-ray. Should be fine after that.
Yeah, Brinstar is a does not get enough credit for being a somewhat deadly area, especially if you're there early.
Yep.
Because if you never think of it like a spiky room of death or anything, but if you're not paying attention, you can end up in a pretty bad spot.
Zo's gonna also get these ammo items. And we have a reserve tank over at the Atacoons. Ugh. I first would like to have one reserve in case of an oops. Or, and reserve tanks are actually useful for Ridley fights when you don't have various suit. But 2 is not terrible. Anything beyond that is excessive.
It's already beyond excessive. No, you're taking a safety safe here.
This is for a reset if the elevator doesn't go anywhere. Zoast knows that hell runs in logic.
Oh, you're right. Yep, I forgot about that bit.
Plasma beam. Ooh, we got charged plasma early. So that X-ray gonna be at least somewhat useful. Yeah.
One of the few times early X-rays is actually going to be able to
it took. I mean, it still took 15 minutes for it actually to be useful. But
Hey, it's useful, so that's all that matters. Now, the worst part for the runners right here would be if Kraid is up top and Ridley's the boss.
Yeah, we just can't do that.
Even, because then you have to come all the way back.
No, we can't. Yeah, you're right. We can kill Dragon. We have nothing to get out. So unless Grapple Beam was Dragon's item, because it can't be Gravity Suit, we just can't get out. I really like the saves here. Like this save station, which was never ever used before area was a thing. I think is a great save station. There's a lot of things you could find up here where you're just going to want to check it, and having that save is really useful. Osse chooses not to take it though,
and he's
okay. This one you're not doing anything in yet, so
yeah,
the save would have just wasted some time. Zoast finds his way to Norfair. We'll see if he chooses to do any of the checks down there.
So
I think Osse will either head back to that Norfair portal, or we'll head back and do wreck ship.
I think you're doing the wreck ship. Well, actually, no, you check the Norfair stuff real quick. But we do know where all the connectors are now. We can deduce Kraid is going to be off of Lower Norfair, and Lower Norfair is going to be off the back of wreck ship.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah. So, at least we know for Kraid, Vary is going to be logically required first. So there's 2 bosses that's going to be there for that. I'm guessing this wreck ship boss is probably Phantoon.
With as little as we've seen now, these checks that Zoast is doing right now and Osse's about to do are in logic.
Yeah, these are in logic.
So these could get us something good. And Osse's got enough health that I bet he does the I like doing the ice beam check first. Because Zoast just got this E-Tank and now is full up, so Osse is going to be able to just not have to worry about farm. Basically. And could choose to go over to Bubble Mountain if he wants to. Because he'll have full health. Whereas Zoast, if he wants to do Bubble Mountain, is going to have to farm at least a little bit before he can do it. Yeah, he's got to farm a lot because he's not getting an E-Tank here, he's just getting bombs. Plenty of health for him to get those bombs and keep them, so no worries there.
Yeah. And with 5 power bombs, seeing bombs is actually pretty good.
Yeah, bombs is kind of a pretty good a luxury item in SM Rando. Yeah. They're the only time they're hard required is if you need them to get 2 power bombs. But they're really nice to have.
Yeah.
So Zoast gets his bomb. So it might send him to the wreck ship instead of going over to Bubble Mountain. Osse's going to have a choice of which to do.
I think in this case, I'm probably leaning toward wreck ship. Because I have a feeling there's a good chance it's just a vanilla Phantoon. and that
Yeah, at this
is
point,
something
I mean,
I can do, and that would get me closer
right.
toward.
We
the
do
ultimate goal,
have with 5 tanks available. Apparently, only one of the reserve tanks now counts in terms of hell runs, which makes a certain amount of sense. But that's still 5, and that's more than enough to get through Bubble Mountain. And Space Jump will make it easier. So I could definitely see Osse doing that. Whereas for Zoast, I think the amount of time you'd have to take to refill is just too much.
Yeah, that would be a slow.
But he is going to have to get all these items
Osse's
first.
Gonna go straight. Okay.
He has not taken a save. I mean, this is a pretty safe hell run for Osse.
Yeah, with Space Jump especially, it makes this pretty easy to get through. And it could be that maybe Osse's already maybe pieced together. Now neither runner has the full trackers that we've got. Zoast has a little bit more information as far as portals.
Yeah, because he did all those
that could be playing
East criteria portals.
Yeah, Osse still doesn't. As far as he knows, back a wreck ship is not going to just lead to lower Norfair.
Yeah, so I like what Osse did so that he doesn't have to quite take a save. He went ahead and farmed his super to make sure he would be okay for a Crystal Flash. I mean, he had 10, but I feel like just having that extra one, just in case you need to kill something fast. So. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so just an E-tank, so he's not going to have to use any of that. Be able to get out just fine. But also of note, Zoast hadn't even done the Green Burn Star checks. It makes sense for him not to commit to the Hell Run right away.
Yeah.
And then for him, it'll be like really simple for him to just go and do Wreck Ship after he clears this Green Burn Star.
Oh yeah.
Also, honestly, that's a hard reserve. That's a hard item to skip.
That is hard to skip.
And if you do skip it, there's a very good chance that you're falling through the holes.
I have successfully face planted that trash there before, so.
Okay, Screw Attack is nice. That's a really nice item. I mean, if I'm trying to do a lower Norfair without Suit, that's probably the #1. Maybe that after like high jump or like space jump and/or high jump, and then Screw Attack next.
Yeah, for a lesser advanced player, Screw Attack is really, really powerful for trying to do suitless runs. And Norfair, it does nothing in Meridia for that suitless. I should say heat runs.
Yeah.
Suitless.
Yeah. If you're suitless in Meridia, your Screw Attack ain't doing nothing. Zoast gets his plasma.
He's going to find this East Meridia connection. And now Zoast will have the full tracker information. I believe he's up to date with, everything we've seen.
Yeah, so
his decision making would be a bit.
Oh, we have seen. Okay, we have seen both sides of East Meridia. Okay.
Yeah.
We have.
It's just the 2 lower Norfair crate and the back of ship.
Right.
We just don't know whether the wreck ship connects up to the front or back of lower Norfair at this point. And okay, gravity.
That's a really nice pickup for Osse.
That is the East Meridia, and I'm looking at the tracker here.
Yeah, East Meridia was off of
Bubble Mountain.
Bubble Mountain. No, sorry, East Meridia was off of. We saw it off of Green Burn. Yeah.
Good lord. I just like bubbles. That's all.
Bubbles are cool. We like bubbles. Bubbles look really neat. See, that's why that's really why you like an asteroid.
Yes.
It's got lots of bubbles.
Besides it being the best Metroid game, that's neither here nor there.
All right, nice quick gate glitch from Osse there.
Yep. Why is the chair not purple?
I don't know. I think it's the same color as it was before the gravity suit.
It looks like the legs are purple.
Oh, maybe it's just the legs that change color? Okay.
I guess the chair itself is made from the helmet palette.
Hmm.
So, fun fact about the outline, Samus. It is the only acceptable alternate sprite because it is just Samus. But it is made entirely from the visor palette. So that's why when you see it flash and glow, that's because in the game, the glows and flashes affect Samus's visor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it looks like that in this.
Okay, so Zoast also choosing not to do wreck ship is going to go get that gravity suit, which is good for him.
Yep.
Osse's going to find this.
West Meridia here.
Yeah. He's going to be able to check more of it. Yeah, we'll be able to check Mama Turtle. Probably still doesn't do Croc.
The Croc ton. Yeah, I don't think... It could give Zoast that time back, but I don't think Osse's going to pursue Croc.
You know what? I probably would kill Croc and get that E-Tank just because you have charge and plasma.
Yeah,
it's
like
not.
That
but I don't think you go check the second item. Maybe, I don't know.
Spazer.
Yeah, we don't need that. Spazer, you can sit there. Super. Okay, Osse is now good for any Ridley fight that he might encounter.
I think Osse is strictly E-Tanks from just calling himself into at this point.
I mean, to be fair, I might want one more super pack, mainly if Ridley's in wreck ship. If we end a suitless Ridley in wreck ship, because wreck ship is there's nowhere to farm supers, so having a few more than 30 available to you in the first place is super useful. But yeah, aside from that, major items, get Vario and or E-Tanks, and Osse should be fine. Unless, if Ridley's vanilla, that does make it a little bit harder to do those hell runs.
Yes.
Although, hang on.
Yeah, Osse was thinking that.
If Kraid's lair is on one side of Lower Norfair, we're going to need Varia suit. Reverse acid dive without a Varia suit.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, I believe it's doable. You might need 2 crystal flashes for it. And if Osse's deduce that is going to be required, maybe you do check for Varia suit here. You have the space jump, so you can get up to the item pretty easily.
Is Osse just going to bail now? Yes.
Yeah, he is going to bail. I mean, this only is bad if it is exactly Varia suit and Zoast gets it before he does.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it's a slow check. I don't blame him for not going for it. And we're back in Red Brinstar.
Looking at his tracker.
Yeah, there was definitely a think moment there. Now, Zoast already knows one of these connectors. He saw the, say he saw the chronic boost connector.
Yes.
So he can just do, so he can just do, he can skip all that checking. And he already knows where Croc is. He already knows there's an E-Tank there and maybe something else. So I imagine he may head over to East Meridia.
So he's checking Sandpit right away. I guess, on the potential that this is Ridley, like this is a very doable Ridley, but on the potential it is Ridley, it might be nice to see if Varia is just sitting here.
Yeah, and even a super pack if that's the ammo item would be nice. It is not a super. For a moment there, I thought we were going to... Oh, high jump is really nice.
High jump is really nice.
Okay, so we have almost all the good movement items. Everything but speed booster. Although for a suitless Lower Norfair, speed booster really doesn't add much.
No, it really doesn't.
Because, you know,
Especially
I mean,
if you're going
fast
backwards
pillars,
through
yeah. I mean, there's fast pillars, but you can't, if you're going backwards, it's not going to do anything for you. And frankly, you're probably better off with screw attack and space jump. You're probably better off just jumping through and not taking the damage, the extra damage of the Shine Spark.
It's gonna save here.
It's an interesting play.
I'm wondering if he just did that to do the save while thinking about what his
Yeah, could be.
to find out what happens here.
Oh, you know what? He's crystal flashing to get through this.
Oh, you're right.
That's what the save's for.
We don't have another.
I mean, if you're confident in doing the crystal flash, you just do it here. And Zoast also in the same area. We'll see if and that may have been what he was looking for in the sand pit in particular.
Yeah,
he may have been looking for ice or speed in the sand pit. And if that had been there, then, you know, now you don't have to do this.
And with bombs, this is the easiest method for me personally to do the crystal flashes with bombs.
Yeah, that's what most runners will say. A lot of runners will, if they don't have bombs, will try and do it suitless. Just because you can't use bombs if you're suitless. So
what is that broken chair?
I know, right?
I've never seen that particular animation in here.
It looks like Zoast may be going for the same play. Check this sand pit first. And he's definitely made up some time, in part because Osse did that extra set of connectors check. I mean, it definitely took Zoast longer to do all that stuff than it did Osse. But this, Osse is definitely giving some of that time back. Okay, we'll take we'll take an E-tank when we still don't have area.
And this will make the Ridley very safe.
7
7
plus 2. You're going to want to farm supers here. You're going to need to use 1 to get into the boss. So you might go back and try and kill a Metroid to get back to 30, or maybe Precious Missiles has supers. That could be a thing. Or you just have to fire an extra 6 missiles to go with your 29 supers.
Could open with a charge shot too, just to... Although you need 2 charges also.
Yeah, with this charge room, yeah. Also be interesting to see if Osse takes a save here. I mean, he's pretty confident. I've seen him do like 4 tank Ridley fights.
Yeah, I don't think you take this.
No, I don't think Osse does. I think I would take.
I would have skipped this at this point.
I would have taken a save and gone and farmed the extra super pack.
The only Ridley fight that's impossible is a 6 tank Ridley, and it's Fantoon anyway, so it's fine.
And now it doesn't even matter because we've got Wreck Ship. We've got Fantoon.
Yep.
To almost put Wreck Ship in logic.
This makes skipping the back of Croc much nicer as well, because it's much more likely to be various suit in Wreck Ship than it is at the last side of the Croc.
Yeah.
Those sees his phasers, just like nope.
Yeah, he's just resetting that spazer.
I'm not even going to bother.
Because he's got the save at Aqueduct. So, or no, wait, this is Red Tower. Okay.
Yeah, he saved here on the way out. Osse?
I'm not sure why.
The super?
I guess he only wants power bombs.
If you're not taking a super. Yeah,
I would totally take that super because again, if it's
that is 3 guaranteed crystal flashes.
It's another crystal flash. It's spare supers for a Ridley fight. In particular, if the Ridley fight is at Wreck Ship where you're not farming.
I think you take the super there, but I'm not Osse. I'm not good at this game.
Yeah, same. But yeah, it's just that the numbers, like 35 is different, is better than 30 in certain locations. Like if Ridley's just a Kraid, then 30 supers is fine. You'll have all 30 when you walk in the door, so. Or you can easily have all 30 when you walk in the door.
I mean, now that Wreck Ship is on, you can farm supers too.
Yes, it
They're
is
poor
not
drop rates,
ideal, but yeah.
but it is possible.
Oh, there's Zoast now up to 30 supers. Osse didn't get this one.
So, okay, back of Croc would have likely have to be ice or speed at this point, right? To get Phantoon for Wreck Ship. Unless it's Kraid at Wreck Ship with...
I mean, it's got to be some... Yeah, okay, so... Ice or speed could also be a gauntlet.
Oh, you're right.
Because that's in logic.
Nobody's seen that.
But if it's not a gauntlet, then yeah, I feel like Croc has to have progression, let's say. That is to say, it doesn't necessarily have to be ice or speed, but like if it's not ice or speed, then it's probably just various suit to be able to go and do other things. Yeah. Unfortunately, Zoast is going to head over to the wreck ship, and he's not going to be able to do anything here because he has not killed Phantoon.
Yeah, so we'll see what boss we get.
I mean, it could be Kraid or Dragon, and he'd be fine, and it could be Ridley, and you know,
he could do Ridley, but
the only issue, yeah, he needs.
And his ammo is going to be a little bit lower from another super
this is if this is Ridley, he's just resetting to whatever save he had before.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I kind of like not using the wreck ship save room in this situation because you don't have to walk back as far.
They see it is just saving here. I don't like.
Yeah, I know that's funny. Osse shouldn't need to save here, but you know, at 28 actual supers.
We'll see if Kraid blocks the logical access to wreck ship here.
It does?
Okay.
Oh, a nice grapple beam for Osse.
I mean, we have microwave.
It's kind of a weak microwave. It's actually it's very hard to one-round Dragon with just plasma.
Yeah, it is.
So Zo's probably just gonna leave. Could follow this, but if he's got his stuff marked properly, should know that following this is not gonna get him anywhere he needs to be.
Osse.
Okay, I don't understand this. Why are you taking this missile and you're not taking this super? There was a really nice super for you, and yeah, I don't get it.
I'm okay. You know what? I see players do things in these rainbows all the time. I'm wondering, like, how do they get away with stuff? Like, that's obviously not a huge time sink, but why? You just saw a super.
Okay, so it's probably heading back to East Meridia. With that speed boost, you're just going to be able to get around Norfair a lot easier. Upper Norfair a lot easier. Yeah, Waterway now open too.
That is true. Waterway could... I don't think you're really going to go out of your way to check that, though.
It is pretty out of the way.
I mean, Zoast's energy is not great, though. For doing super stuff.
No. And only one crystal flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think we're gonna need to reverse acid dive, and I still think that Very Suit's gonna be mostly required.
Let's see, remembering he can do a little speedball out of Kraid when it's in the ship.
And, you know, if Ridley is in Lower Norfair, then that combined with acid dye, I don't see how you do it without a Various suit.
Yeah, we'll see. Osse is gonna check. Okay, he's gonna check the other majors here and check first. I think he has all the connector info that we have now, so I think he's wanting to make sure because he knows Lower Norfair, or he should know Lower Norfair's at the back here.
Yeah, and you don't really want to do it right now until you're ready to just do all of it and come back. Yeah, I think he's realized that Very Suit he's gonna need it. See, there's another missile pickup.
I think that one was more just a face change.
Yeah, but why are you even checking this?
For a power bomb.
Okay, that's fair.
I could say check it for like that. That's
okay. Now he gets his super.
Okay. Maybe he skipped the other super because he didn't have the connector info. And now that he has it, he might realize.
Yeah, that's true.
This
Realizes
is a
that
great spot.
if I want to skip Varia here, I need more things.
Making sure to keep his ammo up.
All right, so back in East Meridia is going to finish this out and get the Fantoon kill.
So, where do you think Zoast is going to have to divert, or what is Zoast going to have to do? Because he's behind right now. That's just how it is. So what does he need to do to, or hope for, in order to get back into this?
I mean, Various has got to not be in wreck ship first of all, because Osse's just going to find it here if it is. And if it's not in wreck ship, then we have essentially our locations for it are probably either Waterway, that second item in Croc, and Shack Tool. So Zoast needs to pick correctly.
Well, he can't even do Shack Tool without going back to wreck ship.
Not easily.
CF clips. There's a nice power bump for us. Yeah, those options are not great.
No.
I think a lot of his early routing has really kind of snowballed that into here a bit.
Wave Beam's nice.
Good. That is a better microwave for Dragon.
Absolutely. That's a much better microwave for Dragon.
Yes.
And also reduced your Ridley / Mother Brain charge shots from 40 to 24. So
And another E-tank. So if you're Osse now,
well, there's also back
one more
wreck
major.
ship.
Yeah, there's one more major.
You absolutely go back a wreck ship, because if it's just Varia there, then you're good to go. If it's not back there, then I mean, if he understands, and if anybody understands reverse acid dive without Varia suit, I would expect that'd be Osse. But he's gonna know what he's getting into.
So yeah, Varia would have to be Grapple or Waterway, I believe. If it's not back
here.
Yeah,
I think that's what we have left if it's not here.
It's not here, but 9 E-tanks, 2 reserves. I know Osse knows his numbers. Does he feel like he can do this?
He's got 2 crystal flashes. So if I'm going to try this, what I'm going to do, first of all...
He's going for it.
Yeah, he's going for it. So if this is Ridley in Lower Norfair, I'm not doing the reverse acid dive at the same time as doing Ridley. Right? I go in, I kill Ridley, and if this is the back of Lower Norfair, I go kill Ridley, I come back, I farm whatever place I can farm, so I can have the 2 crystal flashes to do the acid dive to get to Kraid. If it's Kraid, then it's like whatever.
Yeah, like Osse kind of has to go for this now. Like, I don't think he's really made any bad decisions up to this point.
No.
So he shouldn't be feeling bad about his routing or anything. But having to go back for one of these terrible locations for where he's at is gonna feel really bad. Like, that's
okay. So this is
front.
Yeah. So he's gonna be able to kill the boss here, whichever it is, and then he can go forward to the Kraid. That should be on the other end.
You go straight to the Kraid boss, honestly.
No, I would go do this.
Oh, you're right, because
if I knew that where Ridley was, like if I knew that Ridley was at Kraid, then yeah, I would absolutely go all the way back, do Ridley, come back, kill Kraid, do the reverse acid dive. But you don't want to. I don't think you want to do reverse acid dive and Ridley on the same go. So if you're Osse, you kill the boss here, whichever it is. Then you go kill the other boss, and then you farm up for your reverse acid dive.
We do know the only items he's really going to want to find here are E-tanks. He's going to want to E-tank at Firefleet. He'll want to E-tank in Great Clobber.
Meanwhile, Zoast going up the back of East Meridia.
That's going to take him back to Green Bryn.
Maybe if he goes to Waterway and that's a Various suit, he might
you're
get
right.
back in this.
You're right. This is actually a good play. Like, obviously, Zoast does not know where Osse's at. He just has his own decisions, and based on his earlier routing not working at all, like he should probably feel like, or at least be more tempted to make a play that's not necessarily great.
So Osse disagreeing with us. He wants to do this boss at Crate first.
I think the bigger thing he wants to find out is if Ridley is vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, if this is Ridley here, that's ideal for Osse, because then it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the amount of resources he's going to have to use for a Ridley fight are going to make it really difficult to still do the reverse acid dive. And I agree with chat saying that Osse would still have to make mistakes, but this is not free.
It's not free.
So the stuff that Osse's going to be trying to do is going to be difficult. And
like, Osse's definitely perfectly capable of doing this, but
yeah, there are only a handful
mistakes
of players.
can and do happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's only a handful of players.
Oh my gosh, the worst waterway possible.
I know, right? I mean, there aren't that many players that I would say would be able to handle a reverse acid dive lower Norfair plus a Ridley in that lower Norfair. Both these players, I think, could. And I guarantee you, Osse knows exactly what he's getting into.
Yeah,
that's right. Right, it's not great. Yeah, I mean, that's not ideal, but at least he knows exactly what he's facing.
Yeah, he knows what he's coming up against. I think he valued that information a lot.
Mm-hmm. And now Zoast can go back to the wrecked ship and probably gonna full clear this looking for Various suit. Or maybe his health is just he's only got one crystal flash.
His
he really
health
can't.
Is just
he can't do this same play that Osse's doing. Everything I know says you need 2 crystal flashes for reverse acid dive. Zoast has 1.
I mean, it's if he's thinking about the reverse acid dive.
Yeah.
Because that could slip your mind. There's a lot that goes into thinking about your routing in an area that things like that could just.
And I think Osse checks this in case it's Ice Beam.
Well, you know the reserve tank.
Okay, that's all the reserves.
Osse will only get 3 of them.
He's never going to Waterway.
No.
So we're down to Shack Tool and Croc for Various suit. It's a shame that Zoast isn't trying Croc, although I still think it would take
that was an early mistake that happened.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't check the early Croc.
Yeah, that's just a super.
I mean, okay, he could have checked. Yeah, he could have checked it, and then if it's there, it's like, what now?
You're just like at that point. I've lost anyway, so why do I? My winning condition is not going back.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it'll be interesting to see exactly how Osse handles this. In particular, does he kill Ridley and then go back to Kraid's lair to fill up? I think Osse wanted only power bombs there. Supers, I guess, would also be okay.
Nah, I think the power bomb's really the only thing he's looking for. Well, actually, no, the supers because Ridley is coming.
Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, Osse could have 40 supers right now if he had not skipped the ones he saw at Precious Missiles. I still question that. It's now up to 30 power bombs, so that's good.
There's lots of quick snap decisions runners make in these randos that some of them may come back. You're like, oh man, I really wish I didn't do that. But you know, it's like it takes a circumstance like this to where it makes it feel, like this feels really bad to skip that way. But that E-Tank is kind of nice.
Yeah, interestingly though, we are getting to that threshold where a Crystal Flash, I'm not sure exactly the numbers. I'm sure, I see Cutie in chat, I bet he knows. There is a threshold where your reserves will not fill all the way on a Crystal Flash. Because the Crystal Flash does not fill your health, it gives you a certain amount of energy. And if you have like all your E-tanks and all your reserves, it'll fill all your E-tanks. And I'm not sure it even fills any of your reserves if you have all the E-tanks. Yeah, Cutie's saying he doesn't know the exact number, but this is probably past it. Yeah, I buy that.
I mean, he's got 14 total tanks, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Zep's saying that he thinks it fills 273 of the reserve, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
That's still enough to get through the fight. Also, we have a slightly more powerful beam combination now, so you don't necessarily have to do it all with supers. So Osse could do...
He'll probably want to save at least 10 supers.
Yeah, so do beams up to a certain, once you get down to just needing 20 supers. So you can have a crystal flash pretty quickly afterwards. And now he's going to damage down so he can do a crystal flash right before.
Gotta empty those garbage cans. A little bit early on the exit there.
Alright, here's the crystal flash. I mean, with this health, he could probably just do mostly charge beam Ridley.
Yeah.
And then sell the crystal flash. I imagine he'll use 9 supers, and then everything else will be charge beam. This would be 24 shots if we just did charge beam. Those also going for this, but he doesn't have the numbers
His
for it.
health is not.
I mean, there is a power bomb along the way to get him to 2 crystal flashes. He also has 5 fewer supers and 10 fewer missiles. So this is going to be a lot tougher for him.
Yeah, but in his position also, like, I think, he's probably thinking, like, there's no way he's pulling any victory out if he's going all the way back to Krog or back to Wolf. So,
Osse's going to hope for an E-tank here. And gets it. I mean, most of us
do you know what
we have Ice Spring.
Because Osse doesn't.
I mean, there's only Ice Beam and Spring Ball left that's not an E-tank, so... I mean, Varia as well, but Varia can't be there, so I'm not counting it. Yeah, so now he's
get some supers.
This farm. Honestly, I still think the play is to get out.
You go back to Kraid
lair and refill there. Like, Mini Kraid is an easy super farm, and then you have the refill station for everything else. Well, except power bombs, but you get power bombs right here. And at Fire Fleas. Yeah, there. Okay, so he's got a crystal flash. I also expect a save at the escape.
Yes. Oh, we get in a GT check here. There's Ice
Beam. Hi, Ice Beam. Well, that'll make things a little bit better for Zoast because he now only has a 20-shot Ridley fight.
Yeah, I think he actually was hoping for anything.
Yeah, but I mean, you get the refill here, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, 70 tanks. This is just gonna be. I mean, it's just gonna be harder for him.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if there's a runner in the tournament whose execution I'm never gonna question, it's gonna be Zoast.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
Here's the save. We'll see if Osse tries to do this with 1 crystal flash. Or if he just goes back up to Kraid's lair. I could see giving it 1 shot.
Yep, he's going to do that. I'd probably go ahead and just pop. I guess he'll probably pop the reserves fall in here. Or not.
Yeah, taking that hit is not going to help.
Now he's got to time this crystal flash with this. Yep, that wasn't.
Yeah, the timing of this crystal flash is not like normally when you talk about doing hell runs and doing a crystal flash, 60 is about where you want to lay your power bomb, your health is going faster in the acid. You need to lay your power bomb sooner. Cutie's saying it needs to be at 314 to 325, so that was way too late on Osse's side.
Yeah, he didn't even have the health when he hit the ground because he hit that pirate. So I'll say he's probably. I would expect him to be aware of what he needs, and it's faster to die there instead of reset.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like he even has a setup for this even.
Yeah, he's way too late now. Yeah, that's not going to work.
I wonder how many times he's going to try this before just... Zoast, you forgot the CF there.
It looks like I don't know, he might have laid the power bomb late, but he also started moving.
Yeah, he started moving and just going through the door. I think he was just doing muscle.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, there could be some muscle memory there, and it's way too easy to hit part of your control pad accidentally when you're trying to do this. Okay, Osse's gonna go for it again.
Okay, well, I guess he had.
I mean, if Zoast had gone, yeah, this is not gonna work. He's gonna get through this, but he doesn't have enough to crystal flash in this room. And this room is another heated room.
I can't quite cause abuse with the power bomb explosions.
he needs to get back out of the acid with at least. Well, I would say at least 60. I would say actually a little bit more because you need the 60 plus. You need the time to actually have it happen. With good movement, he might be able to do it. Also, you have that space pirate that's right there at the door that doesn't help.
You do have to take care of that because unlike the Funes, there's some object permanence to their beams.
Yeah, I still think the best thing that
Osse's just going to CF at the start here. And then try and make his way through without a CF?
Yeah, he won't have a CF. I don't think that's going to work. I really think you go back and go back to Chrysler, farm your super so you have 2 crystal flashes, and then you should have no problem. Chat wondering if Zoast has picked up wave. Zoast won't have wave yet because that was. Wait, where was wave?
Wreck ship reserve.
Okay, no, I don't think he got that.
I think he saw it and then.
So yeah, so this will actually be a longer fight for him. No, he has wave. He definitely has wave. I just did a shot. And
if Osse could get to the health refill.
No, Osse's. Oh gosh, oof! This he's gonna have to do this fast enough. He's got the
whole front end of L end. He's got to get through that.
This might work. He might have enough to get out.
He's got his whatever.
Yeah, because he's got about 200 something in his reserves. Yeah, he's getting out. This is gonna work. Nicely done, Osse. The elevator ride does. The elevator ride's gonna do about 100 damage. Actually, not even 100 damage.
Just having to reset that Ridley.
And now he's got to go back through. So yes, he's still got to get through this, and then once he gets out of this room, he's fine. You should just make it. Don't take a hit.
Good on the not taking a hit. He's sure. Okay.
Well done, Osse.
A runner through.
Strangely enough, that might have been enough time that had Zoast searched out various suit. He might have been able to move ahead.
Depending on the location.
Yeah. Certainly, if it had been at Waterway, then
Zoast would be ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, the question is, we'll find out with the credits. Was that various suit at Proc or was it at Shacktool? Both were logically available. In fact, they were the only things left.
It would not surprise me to see it. Just making good use of the X-ray on the Ninja Pirates here. So Osse just has to work his way back to criteria to get back to a
Yep,
vanilla terrain.
He's gonna need some sort of refill here.
Well, he'll get the refill from the area transition to terrain.
No, he's got where is he getting back to? No, he's got speed. He should be fine.
Yeah, like
speed will get him through here, and then there's plenty of farm spots after this.
Yeah.
In fact, he's taking a save just in case. Osse's not going to have ice, but he's got 30 power bombs, so he doesn't care. Oh, he can just go with the refill here. This is fine. I do like the Crystal Flash outline that Zoast has there. Nice Crystal Flash at the beginning of the Ridley fight.
400 damage on Ridley. Well, it's really not going to make much difference with these calculations. Getting some good pogo patterns.
And back into criteria.
Okay.
Heck, if the area transition didn't give him the refill, he'd be going right by the ship to get the refill. So.
Yeah, that's Yep, those you definitely are gonna.
You're gonna need that. Now he just needs to get out, because he can't even do. I mean, he could do the reverse acid dive, but he knows he has to go find Kraid's lair at the other end of this.
I'm honestly surprised he did Ridley here so much. Maybe he was really hoping, really banking on getting this part done to have the better refill in the trade area. That might be better.
I mean, I with Ridley there, I like this better. I like this order of doing things a lot better. And there's that refill. Suddenly we have 30 power bombs.
Very convenient little feature. Oh, get the speed ball here. There you go. See, we're gonna have to power bomb some Metroids. There's plenty of power bombs to do so.
Yeah, with this many power bombs, there's some faster strats you can use that use a few more power bombs. This case, he managed to do it in a way, like where he laid that first power bomb. It still lets you use only 3 in that first room, but it does attract the other Metroids in a way that it still damages everything. And then if you accidentally lay it in the wrong spot, you don't care. Because you have so many more. Same idea in this room. There's an extra power bomb pack for Zoast. Zoast, what are you doing? Oh, this is not good. Okay, he gets power. Yeah, those guys are gonna drop power bomb.
No, this is. Oh, never.
No, this is not.
I'm thinking of tears.
So he had to basically farm that last power bomb, and those guys drop power bombs. So he was pretty safe, and then get back out. And now just needs to get out.
Nice little baby skip.
Of note, Zoast looking a lot better for the possibility of doing this reverse acid dive, but Unfortunately, he's just way too far behind at this point.
Nice. Spikes.
Alright, 24 shots on this mother brain. Could do some damage with supers. Supers are a little higher DPS than charge beam without the ice component.
Yep.
Zoast with all 4 reserve tanks.
You know, I am not at all shocked that the person with got the more reserve tanks is behind. I'm sure there's a correlation here.
I mean, to be fair, he went to Waterway to get that extra E-tank, and that was kind of out of the way. So to get that extra reserve. But I don't think... I think that's the correlation more so than the fact that it was a reserve.
I'm pretty sure it's a reserve tank.
Like, everybody loves Spring Ball, but he would have lost just as much time had that been Spring Ball.
Okay, that folded over chair is pretty great. It looks like a sad dog.
Zoast, you need you need supers and missiles.
That mini crate is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I would have refilled missiles at the refill station, mini crate, supers, and power bombs here. Yeah, this is not going to be no. I mean, Osse eventually managed to do it with numbers similar to this.
It's actually the same health because the reserves.
Yeah, well, it's not though, because the crystal flash won't fill the reserves all the way. He's got 4 of them. Well, actually, hang on, he's got fewer E-tanks, so it might actually fill him enough. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Working, he's got the same health.
Yeah.
That's not where you wanted to use that.
Yeah, the shiny spark isn't gonna help you. But yeah, he's farmed up for exactly 1 crystal flash, and I just. Ugh. It's not. Okay, so
needed.
So Osse finally did it by crystal flashing ahead of time.
Zoast doesn't tank here.
Oh, that's okay. So that's really smart. Now he just needs to survive the acid dives and do the crystal flash afterwards.
Yeah. Zoast?
It would help to get the E-tank though. He's trying to get his. Oh, that's interesting.
I wonder what
he's gonna try and spark up the side.
That just sounds like I don't want my health.
We'll see how well it works. Meanwhile, Osse in the escape. Now we are gonna stay with the credits long enough so we can see where Barry's suit is. Spoilers: people don't fail escapes.
That's a pretty big spoiler, honestly. You know, honestly, this probably ended up with about the same amount of health coming out of that.
Yeah, this actually worked out. Yeah, this worked out really well for him. He's gonna do, like, chat suggested this was the better way to go, and Zoast seems to agree, so I'm gonna go through fast pillars.
I also agree with this, yeah.
Of course, it'd be better if you get a little more run speed before you're going through the fast pillars, but like, he should have enough to get out, barely, and he's actually got he has a crystal flash left, so
he's good.
So meanwhile, that is a finish on Osse's side with an official race time of 1:08:05. GG's to Osse, and stay tuned with us. We're gonna stay with this until we see the item locations, so we can find out exactly where this Varia suit was, and then we will take a quick break while the runners set up for game 2. Okay, so yeah, he's staying is safe. I mean, you could just Crystal Flash and be fine, but this is fine too.
Just being ultra sure here.
Yep. Alright, after we get through the... Okay, here's the important stuff. Or getting closer to the important stuff. I mean, our ammo pack numbers are pretty standard. Sometimes that's really interesting to see those numbers, especially the power bombs. And I'm guessing those, yeah, and those 3 deaths are all from the reverse acid dive.
Yep.
Let's see how. I'm curious to see, yeah, 11 minutes in lower Norfair. Makes sense.
All right, here we go.
Come on, Barry, where are you? Grapple beam. It was at Croc. Okay, so if either one of them had just done Croc. Spring Ball was vanilla for those of you that yeah. Well, Zoast the first time was there. It would have been an information grab, and nothing else. But yeah, because he would not have been able to get out.
Yeah, but I do think that would have saved him time.
You might, even if he had seen it there, he might have been able to, knowing it's there, you might just go do it. But in the end, they both missed Varia. They both managed to. I mean, Zoast is not gonna finish the seed, but he did all the important parts. So they both did well, and we will have a game 2. And that'll be a little more than 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break while the runners take a break and get set up. And we'll be back in a little bit.